Flowers speak when words fail, their petals whispering secrets in the hush of life's most profound moments. The cool, earthy scent of lilies mingles with the delicate sweetness of baby's breath, marking our greatest joys and deepest sorrows. At weddings, roses and peonies burst with hope, their fragrance weaving through laughter and vows. At births, soft pastel blooms cradle new life, while at funerals, chrysanthemums and lilies offer silent comfort, their presence heavy with unspoken grief. Their beauty is universal, a language understood by all. Yet, beneath the surface, each stem and color carries a hidden message, one that can be twisted, misunderstood, or even weaponized. A bouquet meant to soothe can become a tool for intrusion, its fragrance masking motives as sharp as thorns. The rustle of wrapping paper in the night hints at secrets best left undisturbed. This is the story of how the language of flowers was weaponized, turning comfort into obsession and beauty into a silent threat. In a bustling Chinese city where the air is thick with the scent of jasmine and exhaust, May's flower shop became the stage for this unfolding drama. May, known for her artistry and discretion, was about to become entangled in a tale where a simple bouquet, its thorns hidden beneath velvet petals, would reopen old wounds and stir shadows from the past. It's a story about the fine line between care and control, how the scent of a flower can linger long after the giver is gone, and how easily that line can be crossed, leaving only silence and the memory of blooms. Mary Ann, a successful architect, lived a double life. Her days filled with blueprints and deadlines, her nights haunted by longing and secrecy. Her affair with Evan, a married man, was intoxicating, but every stolen moment was shadowed by guilt and fear. Evan's devotion to his ailing wife kept their love hidden, forcing Mary Ann to accept that she would always be second in his life. She often wondered, am I cruel for wanting more, or just hopelessly in love? When Evan's wife died, the world shifted. The affair ended without words. Mary Ann felt the weight of her own shame and knew she had to disappear, her presence now a painful reminder of betrayal. She grieved alone, unable to comfort Evan or mourn openly. The ache in her chest was sharp. She was invisible, her love erased by circumstance. The silence was suffocating. She was an outsider to his loss, her own heartbreak hidden behind closed doors. Why can't I grieve for him too? She wondered, the question echoing in the emptiness. Sympathy warred with restraint, and a dangerous idea began to take root. What if I could reach him, just once without words? Mary Ann longed to reach out, but all doors seemed closed. Her heart pounded with every unspoken word. Yet she found one silent way to say goodbye, a gesture that spoke the words she could never utter. That choice, born of heartbreak and longing, would change everything. Unable to stay silent, Mary Ann visited May's flower shop, her heart pounding with uncertainty. She ordered a bouquet of white lilies and baby's breath, flowers steeped in meaning. In Western tradition, white lilies symbolize purity, renewal, and the soul's return to innocence. In Chinese culture, they are often given at times of parting, believed to bring peace and the hope of reunion. The card was left blank. Mary Ann hoped the flowers would say what words could not. May, sensing Mary Ann's turmoil, prepared the arrangement with extra care and discretion. The bouquet arrived at Evan's home, its pristine white petals luminous among the other tributes. Evan's breath caught as he recognized the lilies. He knew their significance: purity, forgiveness, and a silent plea for understanding. His mind raced. Was this a farewell or a secret invitation to remember what they once shared? The world seemed to pause as he traced the delicate petals, searching for answers in their silence. The flowers, meant to close a chapter, instead unsettled him. Marianne's anonymous gesture set a chain of events in motion, and Evan felt the weight of a choice he thought he'd never face again. The language of flowers had spoken, its message layered with tradition, longing, and suspense. And this time, it would not be silenced. The lilies were only the beginning. For Evan, each flower marked a moment, a memory he couldn't let fade. On the first month without her, chrysanthemums arrived, symbols of grief, their petals soft as the ache in his chest. On her birthday, white roses for remembrance, their scent filling the empty house. Orchids came on their anniversary, a quiet promise of enduring love. Each card was blank, but Evan read stories between the lines, memories only he and Marianne would know. Marianne became a silent narrator of Evan's grief, marking time with petals. She remembered her own loss, how, after her mother's passing, she'd marked every year with a single white lily on the windowsill. Evan began to anticipate the flowers, finding comfort in their arrival. "It's like she's still here somehow," he whispered once, clutching a bouquet to his chest. The secret connection grew, bridging the gap between past and present. Each bouquet was a conversation, a silent exchange of sorrow and hope. May noticed Marianne's visits becoming more frequent, her requests more specific. "You're marking something important, aren't you?" May asked gently one afternoon. Marianne hesitated, her voice barely above a whisper. "It's for someone who can't let go. Maybe I can't either." May's unease grew, sensing she was enabling something far more complex. She remembered her own father's funeral, the way a single daffodil had brought her comfort. The flowers were no longer just sympathy. They were a lifeline Marianne refused to let go. In grief, every petal became a memory, every bouquet a milestone on the long road to healing. Flowers weren't enough. Marianne needed more. She craved connection, and she was willing to create it herself. She studied the delivery route, memorizing every turn and stop, orchestrating chance encounters with Evan, as if fate itself had drawn the map. Marianne positioned herself in cafes and parks along Evan's route, always arriving just before he did. She'd sit by the window, the scent of fresh flowers mingling with coffee, her eyes fixed on the street. Their eyes would meet. First, a fleeting glance, then a lingering look. Each encounter grew less accidental, more charged with unspoken intent. Evan, vulnerable in his grief, saw these meetings as fate, never suspecting the careful choreography behind them. The affair rekindled, fueled by shared sorrow and the illusion of serendipity. Every touch, every word, felt both inevitable and forbidden. Marianne listened, comforted, and became indispensable. Her presence a balm, her motives hidden beneath layers of empathy. The relationship deepened, but its foundation was deception. Secrets grew like vines, entwining their lives. What began as comfort became control. Marianne's orchestrations tightened, her influence growing with every encounter. The silent language of flowers had drawn them together again, but at a cost. In the shadows of each delivery, suspense lingered, and the line between fate and manipulation blurred. Marianne's comfort twisted into a need for control, her mind replaying every moment with Evan, each smile, each touch, now tinged with longing and fear of loss. She used flowers to monitor and manipulate Evan. Yellow roses after he met a colleague, hyacinths after he canceled plans. Each arrangement was a coded message, a test of his loyalty. Each bouquet was a message. I am watching. Her thoughts circled back to the early days, when Evan's gratitude felt like love. Her world shrank to revolve around Evan. Her work and friendships faded, replaced by memories and imagined betrayals. She kept a journal, tracking his moods, recording every interaction, planning her next move with obsessive precision. The flowers became tools of possession, not care, each thorn a reminder of her tightening grip. Evan, lost in grief, didn't see the manipulation at first. He clung to the comfort, blind to the strings attached. Marianne's empathy had curdled into entitlement, her memories fueling a conviction that she alone could save him. She believed she alone could manage his healing, no matter the cost, her obsession growing with every memory she clung to. Months passed. Evan tried to reclaim his life, telling Marianne quietly, I need space. This isn't working anymore. Marianne's face fell. After everything? You're just leaving? She whispered, her voice trembling with hurt and disbelief. The next day, a bouquet arrived for Evan, crimson roses tangled with poisonous aconite, thorns left long and sharp. The card read, in Marianne's handwriting, Forever. Evan's hands shook as he read the note. The gesture was no longer loving, but menacing. A warning. He pieced together the pattern, the flowers, the veiled threats, the tightening grip of control. Evan stormed into the flower shop, bouquet in hand. Why are you doing this, Marianne? He demanded, voice raw. Is this supposed to scare me? Marianne's composure shattered. Tears streamed down her face. I just wanted you to stay. I didn't mean... She sobbed, words tumbling out in a desperate confession. The confrontation spiraled. Evan backed away, heart pounding, fear overtaking anger. He fled the shop, glancing over his shoulder, uncertain what Marianne might do next. Shaken, Evan went straight to the police, the bouquet trembling in his hands as evidence. The truth, at last, was out. The language of flowers had become a weapon, one that nearly destroyed them both. The investigation into Marianne's actions became a painstaking journey through a labyrinth of clues. Detectives pored over May's meticulous delivery records, each anonymous bouquet traced back to Marianne with chilling precision. Security footage revealed her shadowing Evan through crowded streets, her presence a constant, unsettling echo in his daily life. Her journal, discovered hidden beneath a floorboard, was a trove of obsession. Pages filled with floral sketches, coded messages, and detailed plans to manipulate Evan's emotions through carefully chosen blooms. As the evidence mounted, the emotional toll deepened. May, shaken by her unwitting role, wept as she recounted the deliveries. Evan, confronted with the truth, struggled with a mix of fear and betrayal, his hands trembling as he pieced together the pattern of Marianne's fixation. Marianne, when finally confronted, oscillated between denial and desperate justification, her mask of affection crumbling under the weight of the facts. The truth was undeniable. This was not love, but a dangerous obsession. Marianne faced the consequences of her actions, her intentions exposed for all to see. The trail of petals, once beautiful, had led only to heartbreak and darkness. Marianne and Evan's story is more than a warning. It's a lesson about the hidden dangers that can grow from misplaced affection and blurred boundaries. Empathy, when twisted by entitlement, becomes control. It's easy to mistake possessiveness for care, especially when it's wrapped in kindness. True care respects boundaries. Manipulation does not. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and trust, not silent sacrifices. Women, often taught to nurture, must recognize when care becomes possession. It's vital to listen to your own needs and feelings, even when others expect you to give endlessly. Trust your instincts. If kindness feels unsettling, it may be a warning. You have the right to question, to pause, and to protect your peace. Set boundaries and respect the freedom of others. Healthy love allows space to grow, not walls to confine. The language of flowers can comfort or deceive. Look beyond the surface. True intentions reveal themselves over time. If the roses come with thorns, step away before you get hurt. Remember, you deserve relationships that uplift and empower you. Let Marianne's story inspire you to choose hope, set boundaries, and trust in your own strength. Every woman has the right to a life filled with respect, safety, and genuine care.